Onward to Grunfeld. We may as well clear out this little collapsed hiding place. Oh, go on, why not? Just think of it as free XP sitting there. So on the back of the discussion we had during the last fight as to whether it or not is worth daggering, I mean, look, we only took like less than a dozen tools worth of damage. A few poachers, some raiders. No need to change up our loadout very much. So on this battlefield, that pike is really the only threat. Mark Anthony, let's see if he can add to his already impressive kill score. Oh, well done, Electora. Good lord. You absolute monster. Stabbed guts. Man, adrenaline is so good. Let's just see where Doyle can put himself. What the hell, that'll be fine. Let's not overthink this, let's just go bash their damn heads in. I had the opportunity to use adrenaline there, but I didn't think it was worth it. He only got 55 fatigue. That sounded painful. That sounded painful. Fuck out of their daggers. That's Lucius Varinus, hero of the 13th Legion, and you sticking him with a rusty butter knife. How dare you. Oh! Oh, Mark Anthony. 3 out of 3. What an absolute monster. You fucking lucky that missed, mate. Oh! God, those maces. Oh, I forget, that doesn't one-shot the shield. That's not worth it. Especially because Scipio could have just one-shotted it. Stupid. Bonk. One of these shots is gonna hit. Oh! Hold your fire, Mark Anthony. Let someone else get some kills for a change. Oh, off with his head. Oh, so close. There you go. Nice little bit of XP there. I mean, that was around about 200 XP for everybody. And look at all that salt we're hanging on to. Once we head south down to Sudafest, we'll fetch quite a nice price for that. No injuries. What do you have here? Just the one day, Taylor. And prices are pretty ridiculous here. We only need 5 of these, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Butter knives can go, we'll hang on to those. Don't need the daggers, don't need that shite sword. We need 7 of these kite shields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Don't need that. Do I need this direwolf? No. Don't need that. God, we're carrying 60 units. It's mostly food. Okay. What do you have for us? Fight brigands for 1 skull. Yeah, why not? I want to keep the lads working. Keep the XP and the money flowing. I reckon we actually took a bit of armor damage there. Let's just take a look. See here. 230, 230, 218. That's enough. And this is a 1 skull brigands. I reckon the loadout doesn't need to be changed in terms of our soldiers. Let's keep getting XP on our X-Raider and our Huskal. The sooner we get Quintus able to wear super heavy armor, the sooner we can buy him a gigantic 2-handed axe and get him fighting. But the raiders, I do find you have to be quite careful with. Okay, it's a fair old group of raiders here. 13 of them. We got 4 marksmen and 9 raiders. Interesting bit of terrain to start with. Okay, please tell me you can shoot at that crossbow guy. No, you can't. Damn it. I'll just kill as many of the archers as I can. See, this is interesting. What do I do here? I think we just run at them for the flank. Yeah, it's going to be important to put pressure on this guy. We can't have him get too many shots off. Bertrand doesn't have a lot of fatigue. That actually wasn't smart. Damn, so someone's going to be... Well, these guys are going to be at height disadvantage. Should have thought of that. Bloody javelins. Oh bless, look at that little shield wall. Get them, lads. Okay, they're staying put, I don't mind that. It's just that tier 2 crossbowman that scares me. Oh, please don't headshot someone. Oh, thank God. A headshot with one of those crossbows can do, if it maxes out, I think it's like 80 damage. Which would one-shot any of our guys. But you would have to be pretty damn unlucky for that to happen. Ah. Just think about this. Okay, so I want the flail to be next to the helmetless nerds. And no one else hiding in bushes. Good. I'm going to wait here. I'm going to see if Lucius can get down to that position first. I reckon he can. Oh, painful. Oh, nice. The old blind fire. Ooh, that's tempting. That did a surprising amount of damage. You absolute arsehole. If I use hook, is that going to take him off the high ground? Why can't I hook him? Oh, because it has to hook to that position. Okay, fair enough. Nice hit. I hate that this guy's going to get a third shot off. Hopefully he moves. Ah, you see what I mean? Good God. We should be able to kill him this turn though. Poor Quintus, he's gotten an injury almost every fight he's gotten into. Oh! Sounded painful. Get wrecked. Get fucking wrecked. Rightio. One of these has to hit. There we go. Are we surrounded by nerds? I think we are. Nice. I hate that we took an injury. Oh well, it is one of the new guys and they are tough to keep alive and uninjured. As long as he gets through without dying. Damage inflicted. Okay, fair enough. God damn it. Oh! He's in riposte, the cheeky fucker. Oh. Okay, release the hounds. Catch those bloody archers. Unless you can shoot him to death. Mark Antony doesn't miss. I think we're in an alternate universe where Mark Antony is an elven archer who never misses. It's very impressive. Oh, good hit, Quintus. Someone else has a dog as well. Who is it? God, that hurts. It's got to hurt. Oh, it's only 2 left. Okay, fair enough. Open shot. Get him. God, I'm trying to think when last did Mark Antony miss a shot. Get him, lads. Bertrand. Well struck. A fair amount of XP there. That was like 250 XP for everyone. Right here, Quintus Urbanus, the Axe Raider. So you need melee defense, you need fatigue, just the +1 I'm not going to take. I think we'll keep taking hit points here. So I'm going to do his leveling up a little bit different than I would the Sword Raiders. So I'm still going to take mostly the same stuff. However, for Quintus, I'm actually going to include Quick Hands. The rationale being then that I can start him like this. He can get into the front line. Quick Hands out his two-handed axe and get to attack with it. Yep, it still is going strong. And then eventually, if he has the fatigue, although it doesn't look like he will, I could go for the adrenaline and quick hands combo, because that allows him to start the battle like this. He runs into the front lines of the enemies. At the start of the next turn, he quick hands to his two-handed weapon, breaks a shield, for example, or gets an attack off, uses adrenaline. At the start of the next turn, he gets to attack again, and then switch back to his shield. And then he gets the benefit of the shield on the 2 turns that he's on the front line. Or you can just attack adrenaline, attack again, and then you should have 2 stacks of reach advantage. So we'll give it a little try. I'm just looking at Lars and Dahl. I mean, we're going to have to sacrifice one of these skills for him as an axe rider. I think we'll give up Fearsome then out of these, because all the others are absolutely mandatory. Well, actually, we can give up Killing Frenzy. I mean, the 25% damage is nice, but it only triggers after he's gotten a kill. And the two-handed axe does way enough damage anyway. Yeah, so I think so. I'll just sacrifice Killing Frenzy, and I'll give him Quick Hands, but I won't take Adrenaline. So we'll just take Quick Hands here. You felt useless in reserve. Well, it just so happens that Quintus needs a bit of time off. We didn't make a huge amount of profit, but made some. I suppose you also have to factor in the money you make from the stuff that you sell, so... Junk. How many swords do we have? At most we'd need 5. We've got 1 out in the formation, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't need that one. We only need 2 round shields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, so that's fine. Don't need that or any of this. Coming up on 10,000 gold, which is nice, and we're easily going to crack 10,000 gold once we sell this salt. Let's head on down to Steinberg. End the war between the noble houses. It's almost over. It was dragging out a little while ago. Now it's almost over, and we haven't actually done anything to affect it. So I wonder if we're going to get that as a fail, or when it just ends, whether we've done, even if it's just 1 mission, it's going to count as a help with the war. We'll see. I've never actually gotten through a war before. If we can get it, I'd like to get another one of those contracts where we go harass the enemy. I don't want to take part in a full-on battle yet. Let's see. Large battle may be on the horizon. End the war with House and Knight of God. What the hell? Let's do it. It's only 2 skulls. Let's be brave. 620 and 240, and we paid more. I accept. Battle against House Nidegard. It's gonna be scary, I think. Ooh, we'll see what that's like. And we'll fish for this militiaman. We'll see what he's like. And this apprentice. So, what kind of stats do you have, Olaf? That is actually pretty amazing for a raider, but the problem is he doesn't have stars in melee skills. So at most he would be a sword raider, which we have more than enough of. So I'm not gonna use him. I mean, we have the luxury now of finding guys who are damn near perfect at what we're looking for. Deathwish is okay. 59 starting melee skill, but again, no stars in it. Stars in range defense is nice for a Huskarl. But he doesn't have stars in fatigue, so on that basis, no. A Huskarl needs, at a minimum, stars in fatigue and range defense. What do we have here? Berengar. Impatient, short-sighted. 48 starting with 1 star. Nah. Not worth. Okay, let's go for our best fighters. I think this is the best group of fighters that we can field. Although I reckon, do we swap out Bertwin for Marcus Agrippa? Potentially. Because Bertwin is not a great fighter, and he's our historian. I don't see him getting through that battle. I reckon what we could go for a 6 and 6 like that. And then we've got Agrippa to use his two-handed weapon. Now we still get our 4 archers. Quintus Urbanus isn't leveled up enough. Mustn't forget that Bertwin is there just to be a historian. What kind of fatigue are you working with, Marcus? That's not enough. Yeah. On the basis that he has 17 range defense, I'm happy to put him just in that male Hauberk. Look at the range defense numbers. It's actually not bad on the back line. Who's our best or most talented soldier? It would have to be, I think, Lucius Varinus. Of the frontline guys, it's Lucius. Look, 82 melee skill, he's got athletic, 82 fatigue, 47 melee defense, a full suite of frontline perks. But on the back line, it's undoubtedly Mark Antony, our archer, who's our companion. Look at this, 96 range skill. 29 range defense could be okay, but let's take a look at his stats. He's taken part in 127 battles and has 231 kills. And the most powerful opponent he vanquished was a Necromancer. I mean, he got off to an inauspicious start at the beginning of the campaign by shooting allies in the back. But he has gloriously made up for that since then. 545, we can do better than that. Yeah, nearly 2 kills per battle. You're right, that's really impressive. Let's see. Junk. We'll go to this battle, but let's just swing west and go past Sudafest, see if we can't get anything in the either the weaponsmith or the marketplace that we might need. I've never been to one of these major battles. It's going to be one of those 40 on 40 engagements, which worries me. I reckon we're going to go with the kite shields on everyone on the front line just to give them the range defense boost. Let's have a drink. Get our morale up. We'll sell all of the stuff for loads of profit. 120 tools is quite nice. Like, it's amazing to think that there's this deal as good as that. 1,100 for a male Hauberk. I don't even have to buy it. Don't even need it. Okay, so weapons wise, is it really worth buying anything? I don't think so. What I do think it's going to be worth doing is going to the training hall. 8,000 for a coat of scales, and we got one for free. Ooh, 5,700 for a scale armor. No, we've really struggled with the famed items. The famed items we'll get once we clear out the goblins, and once we end the war, we'll take the defeat the goblins ambition and we'll go clear out the goblins. I'm just thinking that I might actually buy the scale armor, because 5,700 is not bad for scale armor. That'll leave us with 4,000 odd. 28 fatigue. I just want to see who I can give it to. 30, and it'll free up a little bit of fatigue on Dole, Red Looks. Or actually, one of the guys who are wearing lamellar harness, it'll free up 2 fatigue on them. So who has the least fatigue here? No, really all it's going to do is free up 2 extra points of fatigue on Dual Red Looks. So 230 armor. Okay, so the lamellar harness is 230 for 30. And scale armor is 240 for 28. So is it worth spending damn near 6,000 gold? Well, first things first, who is going to partake in this battle that could benefit from a bit of training? Who's the lowest level? We've got level 9s and level 10s over there. Definitely Marcus. 12, level 9. So it's only Marcus Agrippa who we need to send to the training hall. So what have we got here? 40% for 2 to 3 days. I think we go for the 30% for 4 to 6 days. Can I buy the scale? What the hell? Let's buy the scale mail. It's the whole point of saving up all this money. Although, yeah, I was just wondering maybe there were some fresh recruits here, like a hedge knight or something, but there aren't great soldiers in the city. One of your finest scale mail armors, please. Oh, God, that was expensive. Hmm. 230 as opposed to 210. 63 fatigue for an extra 20 armor. So 10 fatigue, 57 as opposed to 60. Okay, I think we have to go for the round 60 so you can get an even amount of swings off. And we've got 2 sets of lamellar armor in reserve. Unreal.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
83 John, thanks for the host. You're very, very kind. Actually, Alexander, I can give you a better helmet. Yeah, that good. 200 and 230, very nice. Marcus Agrippa, I'd like to give you the lamellar harness, but 44 is not good enough. I think 65 with 140 and 150 is probably enough. 150 and 60, 5 fatigue and 10 less armor. I think we go for that. Right, men. I think it's time that we go off to war. This is legit scary. But you know what? Our archers shall see us prevail. We just got to make sure that whatever fight we take it during the day. And you know what? For a war camp that's supposed to end a war, that's only like 3,300 gold. Not worth. You come to Sir Rupert's camp to find the men partaking in a beetle race. They cheer on the beetles which, halfway down a track made of hay straw, turn on one another and stop fighting. The soldiers' cheers get even louder. Sir Rupert finds you through the crowds and takes you to his tent. I'm glad you're here, Sellsword. I have something for you to do right now. What do you need the 13th Legion to do? Sir Rupert sighs and begins to talk. I don't mean to waste your talent, Sellsword, but I need someone to go out and requisition food supplies for the army. We're running low on supplies. I need all the help we can get. If you're getting paid, then it's no insult to you. The company will move out within the hour. Wheat fields in the west of the war camp. This is definitely going to mean that we're going to end up in some sort of battle. We're going to be attacked by enemy soldiers, I'm sure. It's daytime. Got the chosen few here near us. The farmhouses drawn near. A sea of crops stretches before you. The fields gliding wave-like as the winds soar through. Mark Antony Archer turns his hand through a field of wheat. Electorus Spanky Archer slugs him on the shoulder. You want to bring sawflies home with us? Get your hand out of there. The mercenary rubs his shoulder before slugging back. Fuck you, my hand goes where it pleases. Just ask your mother. Burn! The punches rapidly increase in volume as the idyllic scene breaks. Let's get what we're here for. Get to the farmers only to find that only for them to resist. Their leader crosses his arms and shakes his head. Look, my men have already loaded the carts. I'm willing to meet halfway here, you know. Because we've got families to feed and debts to pay, just like anybody else. How about you pay 830 and we'll let all this go up to Sir Rupert? Yeah, sure. I understand. Here's your money. You see no reason to shed the blood of some poor farmers just trying to live their lives. Handing over the crowns, you warn the farmer to be careful trying to cut deals like this. Not everyone is so kind as to try and broker with you. The farmer turns his head, revealing a long scar that runs from scalp to shoulder. I know well enough. Thank you for your consideration, Sellsword. I think it's because this is allied to my house, House Berengar. I wouldn't want to piss them off and fight them. Return to the war camp and order your men to get some rest. Who knows what awaits you tomorrow? Oh, okay. Excuse me. I'm nervous. It's going to be a gigantic battle, I'm sure. There's no way I thought that was going to be it. Just gotta get some war supplies? I think not. Dawn breaks. Day 149. We're still waiting in the war camp until our services are called upon. You take up yet another day. Great. A young boy, you wake up to yet another day. Great. A young boy stands outside your tent with a scroll. He unfurls and struggles to read it. So yeah, I can't actually read, but I think the commander wishes to see you. Meet Sir Rupert in his tent. He looks rather excited. A shrewd and shrouded little man stands by his side. The commander talks hurriedly. Hello, Sellsword. My spies tell me that House Niedergard has a much-needed shipment of equipment heading towards their camp. I need you to go and destroy it. The company will head out immediately. Intercept supplies en route from Donnersborg to Nordhals. So where's Donnersborg? Donnersborg. There it is. To Nordhals. Are we going to get there in time? Doesn't look like it. Although they have to go... Oh, we captured Nordhals. And there's brigands near us. We have no time for those brigands. I don't think we're going to make it in time. Oh no, we should. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I like the fact that our house seems to be taking cities. That suggests that we're going to be winning. Dire wolves? Are they slaughtering our peasants? Unacceptable. Unacceptable. It's odd, it showed them as being in combat, but then there's nothing actually for them to fight. I'm pretty sure they would have ran at us if they knew where we are, so I'm just gonna like half move. Just bearing in mind how fast these bloody wolves can move. Yeah, but Super Earth! Which reminds me, I haven't played... What's the game called again? I'm just blanking on what it's called now. Rogi? Oh god, my brain is paste. Why aren't those wolves charging us? Helldivers. Helldivers was very fun, but it kind of got a little bit stale because the wars almost always went down the same way. Everybody would attack the bugs first, and then the cyborgs, and then no one wanted to fight the Illuminate because fuck the Illuminate, they suck. But we had some great times playing Helldivers. Bull the Twin was a legend. Oh! You see what I mean? And now we've already moved. Feck. Ugh, this overwhelm is the worst. 50% reduction in his melee attack value. Die! Bastard. Good hit. So Aurelius, you've got only one stack. Get him. Come on! I'm not going to release the dogs just yet. Look at this, minus 50% melee skill and melee defense. Fucking hell. 50%. At least I think it's capped at 50%, so thank goodness for that. There's really no point in trying to attack them with that low melee skill, so... Uh, 20%. Give it a try. Yeah, good man. 20%. Fucking hell. Just keep stacking, that's the worst. At least they can't hit us. I mean, I would say for the dire wolves, I'd normally want to have swords in everyone, so you can use a riposte, but with minus 50 in melee skill, you're not going to hit anything, so it's kind of pointless. Seriously? That's what I'm talking about. Get them, boys. At least their morale's breaking, so there is that. Okay, so that does confirm my suspicion that it caps out at 50%. 34 melee skill. Hopeless. Good hit. Nice. Oh, come on, die. Only 10%. Okay. Oh, but then that wastes his action points. I mean, they don't do a lot of damage, so they're not terribly dangerous, but it is just irritating fighting these things now at this point. Got him. I think the fact that we have battle forged and decent armor on everybody means we're really quite safe. Probably the only thing that's going to kill anybody is a crossbow bolt to the head, which does happen. Right, Bisselfuss hits level 10, very nice. A +1, that sucks. We'll take the +4, we'll take the +3. Yeah, we're going to have to replace him. I mean, level 10 and only 68, yeah, he's got to go. It's not good enough. I'm going to have to take the +1. God, that is horrible. There's not really a lot of other skills I can take that's going to improve his accuracy. But I do think he needs underdog. Underdog is too important. Not that it matters. We'll be getting rid of him at some point. Let's do a quick bandage check. Everyone carrying bandages. Why are you upset, Julius? You felt useless, didn't you? Okay, yeah, we'll give you a fight in the next one. Don't worry about it, mate. We're going to be attacking this caravan. Hopefully it's daytime before they hit us. Should be. Okay, good. So I expect this fight to be fairly tough, actually. So Quintus can, we'll go like this. I think this is pretty much the best team we can put up at the moment. We should be fishing for hunters as well. Lumberjacks. Nah, like I'm not going to fish for a lumberjack. It's a little expensive. Although they can be decent. Wild men are always amazing. If I come across any wild men, we shall use them 100%. We don't need anything from here. Although I do think... Where did we get the second long axe from? From a recent fight. Okay, good. Regardless, I'm glad to have it. Intercept supplies. Let's do it. 14 of them. So what are we up against? Probably some mercenaries, a few arbalesters. We'll attack them here. A few, many footmen and a few arbalesters. Yeah, those arbalesters are going to really suck to fight against. So let's not forget to start with our ranged defensive shields. $25 as opposed to 33. Yeah, that's way better. That's just, I'll worry about Marcus Agrippa with 57 hit points. What is the ranged defense? I might actually... Okay, never mind. He's got anticipation. Okay, so alright, he'll be fine then. He'll have to be fine. Okay, men, so it's been 40 minutes. Let's take a wee break, and when we come back, we'll be attacking the supply caravan. Many footmen, a few arbalesters. The arbalesters worry me. We'll focus the hell out of them. Good luck, 13th Legion. Hope nothing horrible happens to you.